guys. Welcome to another session of This is Marketing, wherein today we are going to see how to work with marketing automation and what exactly is marketing automation. Today's session is actually kind of, you can say, a fun session. So I will be needing your help also in this so that we can all be on the same page, because marketing automation as such is a topic which many people are confused with, and I'll tell you why exactly. So let's start. So first of all, welcome guys to another episode of This is Marketing. Out here, we try to explain things in a more practical way so that we all understand how exactly to achieve these things in our day-to-day marketing activities. So today the topic is marketing automation. It's a it's one of those topics which is you can say everyone wants to use it or everyone tries to use it, and many of us use it without even knowing we are using marketing automation. Okay, so my first question is, and this is, let's keep this interactive. So if you guys want to interact and give your comments or something, you could use the chat box. You can also, if you want, you can raise your hand, and at that point of time I can give you the I can allow you to talk so that others can also understand what is your take on these subjects. So one of my first questions is, how do you market, like normally in today's world? How do we all market, or how do we do marketing? Any ideas on that? Advertising, okay. Vineet says advertising. What about the other people? Basically, think of it this way: where all do you market? That's also, you can say, a connected question to this. TV, radio, okay, online. Correct. Most of this is online. Like, I think most of the channels have been covered. Now, everyone is talking about, right, everyone is talking about, social media ads, and these are the first things which come into our mind. Email also. But one of the main things which we kind of, forget is the website, the landing page. So many tools are there, and even banner ads and even hoardings are there, and we market it through that. But think of it this way: if how do you market, right? The question is, how do you market? We do not use you can say hoardings and banners and all those things. What we use is all digital channels such as website, landing page, email, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Google Ads, podcast, events, webinars, WhatsApp, messages, so on and so forth. Now, we need to understand why exactly so many channels exist. And still, when so many channels exist, if you see the answers which we get, the answers are mostly revolving around social media, Google, and Facebook, and mostly around ads. So this is the first thing which I want you guys to understand. Ki when we think of marketing, or when we think of spreading out the word, we only think in the terms of paid marketing, and we only think in the terms of mostly, you can say, social media channels, and we think in terms of maybe Google. Like, people would take SEO into account, people might take SEM into account, but understand one part. What marketing automation helps you to do is, it helps you to connect all of these different channels and landscapes. Okay, and they are connected so that you get something out of it which is going to help you connect with that customer. So imagine this. Imagine a journey, and it might have happened to you. Okay, you are browsing on Facebook or maybe Instagram, you see an ad and you like the particular product or service, and you click on it. As you click on it, there is a form which needs to be filled. You fill up the form, and within 2 to 3 minutes, you get an email from that person or that company. Has this happened to you guys? Yeah. So this is what marketing automation does. It takes, you can say, information from one channel and helps you streamline it and communicate automatically on another channel. You need to understand the nuance in this. That is, if there is an ad, through the ad we generate a lead, but after generating the lead, we have their contact information so we can connect with that person without any cost next time. And that's the whole intention of, you can say, any form of lead generation campaign. So that is, generate leads so that you can communicate with them. Now, the point over here is, if you guys understand the entire funnel, that is of a prospect going from a top of the funnel to the bottom of the funnel kind of a view. So I will show you what I'm talking about. So let's say you guys must have seen something on these lines, right? Now, the whole intention behind such a funnel is that we talk to someone, okay, at this stage, awareness, and get them till the point of purchase. The idea is simple. The idea is simple. That is, how can I get this person, okay, who just knows about my company, to actually build a belief in them so that they actually come and try and purchase my product. So this is what we are all trying to go after when we try to convert a, you can say, prospect into a customer. Okay. So coming back to this, keep this in mind because this is a very important, you can say, mindset which we need. Okay. So at the end of it, what do you expect out of all the activities that you do? Everyone would say, I need leads for my business. Yes. One person says sales. So that is this part. Everyone would ask leads है तो leads convert करके मुझे sales चाहिए. Correct है. And that is the expectation of any, you can say, any kind of marketing activity that we do over a period of time. That marketing activity should lead to sales. If that doesn't lead to sales, that means we are not talking to the right market. As simple as that. Now, when we are saying this, we need to understand one part. Ki the funnel which I showed you guys, this. How long do you think a person will take to jump from awareness to purchase? Any ideas? If you put a time to it, how long will that take? Correct. It depends on the urgency. 2 3 months. Okay. Now, correct. So there are you can say there are a lot of scenarios that happens, right? Now, what we need to understand, but the fact is, already in the market, there are people who are at different stages. Your funnel does not exist from today. Your funnel is already there. You have to get those people at the right point. Like you might run a campaign, an ad campaign, or you might run a webinar, and through that webinar, you will get people at the awareness stage. You might get even people who are at the evaluation stage, right? So different parts of the funnel get filled with people of different intent to purchase. Now, when we understand this intent to purchase, we can actually automate the responses. We can actually automate the messaging so that it reaches out to the right people. And this can be done over a period of time. So let's say if you guys are saying 2-3 months is what it takes, we can create a funnel which is for 2-3 months, which takes a person from awareness to evaluation. Purchase is in their hands, but we can at least get them till the evaluation part. Okay, and that exactly is the journey which we need to do through marketing automation at any given stage. Okay, so there are various ways to do it. We'll discuss more on this based on how exactly you guys uh, come back to me in terms of your understanding. This is slightly, I would not say an advanced topic, but this is slightly a complicated topic because it is trying to connect so many pieces of the puzzle. Okay, so let me know if at any given point of time you guys are confused. Now, the whole idea about marketing automation, if you are thinking, I would just say this: think about achieving more sales. Okay, and how will you achieve more sales? By nurturing customers and prospects. Okay, so and finally, we shorten the sales cycle through this. The whole idea over here is, if you have a database of people, if you are already in connection with your customers and prospects, keep on talking to them. If someone has bought from you once, they will buy from you again. Okay, they will not think, because why they have bought from you? Because they trusted your word. So that means if you have delivered properly, they will buy from you again. The whole point of this conversation is they need to know what are you offering. So let's say you're a business who is into, can I get an idea of what all different areas are you guys coming from, so that I can maybe, give relevant examples. So what do you guys do? Like, just give me a small introduction, maybe where you guys are from. Nitin is from wellness. Okay. Sanjay is from management. Vineet from finance. Okay. So at any given point of time, what you guys are talking about in all these, industries, there are different products and offerings which you have. Okay, so someone, let's say in wellness, now I don't know exactly what kind of wellness, Nitin, you are in, but let's say I'm giving an example of maybe a company that is into wellness products, and what they are trying to do is they are trying to reach out to people for different packages. One is a package for boosting immunity, because considering the whole corona scare, boosting immunity is one of the top things which people would want. Now, if the wellness company starts promoting or running ads for, you can say, boosting immunity today, and they get few leads in their pipeline, they get people who have bought from them. The next part comes is these guys also might have other, you can say, issues in terms of, you can say, health issues, in terms of maybe heart, diabetes, so that you know it for sure कि these people can be your customers for some other products. So even though they have bought immunity products from you right now, what you could do after a month or so, when the dosage might be ending, you can also start giving them an offer on your other products. Okay, and this should happen basically automatically. So if your products and your services are listed down properly, if you have the relevant content for it, okay, maybe brochure, maybe you will need some kind of a case study or testimonial from people. So if you have a nice landing page which is there, which gives all this information, then what you could do is you could just send them a small email and just ask them to visit it to get that offer. Okay, so this is how you can talk to your customers who are already purchased from you, and talk to them about what more can they want. Okay, and if you were to automate this entire process across a period of, let's say, if the person has bought a 45-day pack of immunity booster, So around the 40th day or 35th day, which is 10 days before the medicines are getting over, you're sending him that mail. Then what he is doing is he has the intent to purchase one more supply of immunity boosters. But along with that, there is an offer on the heart immunity also. Okay, so that's the idea. So if you can create a certain landing page based on this idea, then that would help you to get more sales. Okay, so the whole idea about marketing automation is just threefold. We want to achieve more sales. And how do we achieve that? We achieve that through nurturing customers or prospects, which helps us to shorten the sales cycle. Okay. Now, marketing automation, if you think about it, this is the definition. If you were to search online, you'll get something on these lines. It manages marketing processes and multifunctional campaigns across multiple channels automatically. Now, this ये थोड़ा जो है कंफ्यूजिंग भी है एंड थोड़ा ज़्यादा ऑप्टिमिस्टिक डेफिनेशन है because when it says automatically, when we hear the word automation, we feel अपना कुछ काम ही नहीं है. But this is where I want you to understand कि your work is required. What you will be doing is you will have to connect this architecture once. Okay, you will have to test this architecture, and you will also have to create all the content required in this architecture. So businesses can target customers with automated messages across email, web, social, and text. So basically, start में what all we discussed, where all do we market, all those places are covered out here directly, wherein we can talk and interact with our customers easily. Like imagine the problems which this can solve. Uh, a simple thing is, how many of you use social media to promote your services? Awesome. Now, tell me one thing. How many times in a week do you post on maybe Instagram or LinkedIn or Facebook, whichever your channel might be? Now, and what do you think the amount of posts which you guys are doing, are they enough right now in terms of 2 and 3 posts per week? Is that enough data which is giving enough content going out there with your brand? Right. So everyone knows it's not enough, but everyone is stuck at this problem, and this is a problem. Sanjay says it depends. Actually, Sanjay, in today's world, it's not enough. Think of it this way: when it comes to posting on social media, you need to post on social media at least once a day, and that is, let's say, on the lower side. Okay, and this is not me talking about, this is about, think of it, the lifetime of a post on social media is just around 1 hour to 30 minutes. Okay, LinkedIn might have a bigger timeline, but still LinkedIn also is little different. What's happening on LinkedIn is, if you are posting regularly, your multiple posts are getting ranked online. Okay, so this is where I am saying ki we all know ki it's not enough to post in this particular section. Okay, now in terms of, there is a problem. Once again, one comment is, the problem what happens in my sector is that social media is handled by agencies. Okay, B2B has a different take. So be it B2B, be it B2C, what's more important is you need to post at least more than once in a day to get to your audience. Okay, and that is on the lower side, which I am saying. What if you could automate this, is the question. Okay, so there is, you guys must be knowing this particular term, which is Hootsuite, right? So Hootsuite is something which helps you to actually create all your posts and publish it across the channels. So at this moment, if you were to check out, let's say, the Hootsuite for few of our clients, then all these clients have been posting regularly. Okay, one second. So this is a channel called Psycape. Okay. Now in Psycape, if you see these guys, we are posting something or the other in terms of, let's say, what is the next, dude, where's my ROI session going to happen? Okay. So this was posted 2 days ago. Before that, we posted something else. Now this all posting which has to be done, this can be automated through Hootsuite. So what you could do is, instead of thinking about planning your calendar like every day, creating one post and pushing it out there, you could actually start planning your calendar in a much better way. So I will show you something. One second. So what you could do is, you could plan the entire calendar for the month in advance, okay, on something like Trello, let's say. And once it is planned, and once the client has approved of this, you can actually upload it on Hootsuite and publish it through Hootsuite, so that it can automatically go when it has to go. Okay, you can set the dates in, you can set everything in out there, so that you don't need to worry about it later. Because at any given point of time, so if you see out here, you can see there are posts which have been, programmed out here, which have been posted. Now this was posted way back on 30th of September, on 29th of September, so on and so forth. You could actually start posting things in advance in terms of at least 1 month or something. Okay, and that would really help you guys to get the time out of your get the time to actually concentrate on other marketing campaigns, because social media is one of the lowest denominators organically when it comes to, affecting your business. So what you need to do is, unless you have a crazy number of followers, you don't need to think of it in a very active manner. ओके, व्हाट आई मीन बाय दैट इज, पहला चीज जो आपको करना होगा है, वो है कि इन योर नीच you need to think of it. I need to reach to, let's say, if giving an example of Instagram, I need to reach to at least 10,000 people. Okay, I need to reach to at least 10,000 followers. If I reach to at least 10,000 followers, what then happens is, you get certain more advantages. Now to do that, Instagram is looking at your account every day. Okay, that means if you are posting every day twice, then Instagram recognizes this guy is a genuine company who's trying to grow his social media, and they will give you more reach. Okay, this is where marketing automation can help you guys who are trying to publish, 2 to 3 times a week, to increase that to at least 6 times a week. Okay, or double that basically. And this need not be done immediately, but over a period of time. Now there are different tools for different things. In terms of LinkedIn, what I would, if you guys are into B2B, then I would recommend Publer. Okay, Publer.io. This is one of the, you can say, publishing platforms for LinkedIn, which works really cool. Okay, and you could try the free version, and you could try it right from today itself, which gives you a lot of, you can say, advantages. So if you were to see what is available in the free version, you can connect 5 social media accounts. You can have 50 posts scheduled. Okay, and you can also auto schedule these things. And if you want, you can also, there are advanced ways in which you can actually repurpose your old post. So that, let's say, if for after a month or so, one of your old posts which you felt did really well, and you want to repost it, you can reschedule that as well. Okay, so think of let's come to another topic in terms of marketing automation. Where have you experienced it, right? Have you guys got an email ever which said, "Did you forget something?" It feels like you have, left an item in your shopping cart, and we have saved it for you, so you get the deal. So these kind of examples, these kind of mails, when you get, it's basically an abandoned cart mail which you're getting based on your purchase history. If you have added to cart some product, but you have not gone ahead and purchased it, okay, then the e-commerce company knows exactly he, hey, Jeet was purchasing this, but he has not completed his purchase. So just to send a reminder, and just to send a reminder helps because it makes me feel on the other side that, dude, they know about me and they are helping me to get that offer. Now, there is no person sitting on the opposite side who is going through the website or who is going through my account. What they have done is they have set up a trigger that if someone has put something in their cart and they have not, you can say, purchased it in the next 20 hours or 15 hours, then send them this mail. Okay. So for any marketing automation to happen, you need a trigger, which is really important. And that trigger can be an action which your prospect has taken or not taken. Okay. This is Hootsuite. So this is how your calendar would look like, which is completely, filled with all kind of different posts. And you can see the posts are all around the place. Like there is Facebook, there is Twitter, all different posts which can be pushed in one platform, and this will automatically go. And there are platforms which are now smart enough so that, one of the main things for social media is publishing time. किस time पे publish करना है, that is important for people to understand. So if you see out here in this example, some of the messages are, or the posts are going out on 11:20. Okay, like if you see this is 11:20, this is 11:10, this is 11:05, this is 11. What they are trying to do is they are trying to figure out what is their precise time when they will get the best reach for their content. Okay, because even a 5 minutes here and there can change a lot of things. So that's how you can actually, create your posting schedule, which can give you a variety of data, which is the best time to post for you. Similarly, reporting, when it comes to, you can say, marketing activities, it is one of the most painful tasks. You have done, imagine you have done everything. You have run Google ads, you have run maybe campaigns across social media and got traffic onto your website. You have also sent an email campaign out, so there are more people coming on your website. Now all of these things, right, all of these things are happening simultaneously. To generate a report itself from all these data points is going to be a big effort. And this is where exactly automation comes into play. And marketing automation makes it simple because marketing automation has certain triggers which you keep on your website, like link clicks. How many link clicks are there? You can get that data from Google Analytics. Okay. How many people through my email went to the website? I can get the data from my email platform. What you could do is you could create something like, there are tools like Google Data Studio, wherein you can connect all the different reports, okay, from different sources onto one dashboard, and automatically it gets updated. Okay, so this is something which saves you a ton of time, and it will help you understand and take the decision, see what exactly is working, what is not working. If you see these splits down here, this is what is interesting, key where have I got the largest number of clicks from. And it is showing Google AdWords is giving me the most number of clicks. The second biggest one is Facebook ads. The third is LinkedIn ads. Okay. Similarly, out here, what is the cost? So my cost in terms of my spend, I'm spending around 37% on LinkedIn ads, because LinkedIn is a expensive platform versus, you can say, Google or Facebook. So proportionately, I can make a assumption. I'm spending 37% of my budget on LinkedIn, but I'm just getting 23.7% of leads out there. Okay. Similarly, the next part is, if you see, but in the conversion, LinkedIn ads is showing me a higher conversion ratio. What that means is, maybe this is a B2B client, okay, and LinkedIn is converting way better than what Google is doing. So if you look at one thing that is just clicks, you might say, अच्छा click सबसे ज़्यादा मुझे Google से आया, Google is advantageous, but the actual report says, and that's the secret lies in the conversion, कि even though I have spent lesser in terms of Google AdWords out here and got more clicks, but the conversion is also lesser. So this is something which you can get the analysis through through such a dashboard. Now these dashboards are totally automated and they are live 24/7. Okay. So to create this, it is going to take an effort, but this is where marketing automation helps you understand where exactly is your money going. Okay. Now that means what we understood till now is something very simple. The idea for marketing automation, which I want you guys to understand, is just one thing: if this, then that. Okay, so there is an actually there is a tool with this name. If this, then that. If you just were to search, it's a really cool site. 1 second. Sorry. So it's called IFTTT. Okay. So what IFTTT means is, if this, then that. The idea is simple. You can connect your apps and devices to get things done. Now, this is not just marketing. This is again about different things, but still we can use for marketing for sure. Okay. Now, the idea which I really like is the whole idea about if this, then that, because that makes it very simple for all of us to understand what needs to be done in marketing automation. You need to have a trigger channel always. Okay. The trigger is very important. What will your customer do? If the customer fills in a lead form, okay, then what should happen? Maybe a mail should go to him. Okay, we'll see more of those things in some time. Similarly, if someone is nearly home, then send a tweet. If you are storing, if you are taking images on your, let's say, iPhone, and it's getting saved to your gallery, then you can email it automatically to yourself. If you're creating a contact, then those contacts should be backed up on a Google Sheet so that you don't ever lose that data. And these are examples which are there. So let's apply this example and see what happens. The simple idea over here is, I'll take you through a journey. Let's say if a customer or prospect does this, that is, they come to your website and they subscribe to your newsletter. Okay. Then what I want to do is, I want to send him a welcome mail. The second thing which I want to do is, I want to add him to my newsletter database. And this is very important because he has subscribed to the newsletter, right? The third thing which should happen is, the customer receives the mail or newsletter. Okay. So he receives the welcome mail, and through the welcome mail, when he goes, we are like, hey, how are you? It's great that you have subscribed to our newsletter, and we are really looking forward to your comments and your feedback. It's going to help us. Let's say XYZ ऐसा कुछ mail भेजा. Now there are mail के अंदर links होता है. newsletter maybe links hoga, and this is where the person goes to the website through the newsletter. Okay, and maybe he reads up a blog, let's say. Now what happens is, because he has visited our website and we have that data, automatically when he goes on social media, he sees an ad as per the content that he had shown interest in. Okay, so let's think of it as wellness. So a person comes and he reads up a blog on wellness about let's say building up heart immunity, and he goes on social media, he will automatically see an ad by the same company on heart immunity products on sale. Okay. Similarly, he goes on to maybe Google or some website where he's searching online, and he gets again the same ad. This is known as remarketing. Okay. So what happened is, because he visited our website and his information is stored in the cookie, okay, what can happen is when this person goes on social media or any website, we can retarget this guy. Okay. Now, let's imagine the customer clicks on the ad. When he clicks on the ad to grab the offer, he comes to the landing page and he fills up the form. So, accordingly, we send him a mail to congratulate him or her and give him instructions ki, okay, here's your offer. If the customer does not redeem his offer, then we send a reminder mail every 3 to 5 days. And maybe on the last day, that is the day before expiry, we just send him a reminder ki, hey, this particular thing is getting expired. Please see to it that we don't want you to lose out on this offer. So take advantage. Do you guys? So this is the logic which you need when you are creating a marketing automation funnel. Okay, there are different things and tools which we will be using, but you need to have this basic understanding. So your core is the website. Okay, your website should be in place. If your website is not there, not a problem. You can use a landing page for sure. Have a basic landing page which tells the person about the product or something, and accordingly try to run ads for that particular landing page. Okay, any doubts till now? Now, typical scenarios, how marketing automation works, and this is what you need to think of, because there are so many tools. If you were to search for marketing automation tools, I will tell you there are approximately 8,800 tools available online. Okay. Now, to get to each one of them, it will be difficult, and which one is the right one, again you will get lost in all those things. So there are few tools which you can think about. I will give you the names based on your understanding or based on your service or product. The first thing in your marketing automation tool selection, what you need to do is you need to think, does it have a CRM? Okay, and you need to also think about CRM from a perspective that you have a good database with you already, or are you going to create a database? So if you do not have a database, then you can think about this as an investment towards, when you get the database, you will manage all your customer data through this CRM. Okay, so CRM is one of the main things which is required. Now, why CRM is important? CRM is important from the understanding ki your customer can be anyone at any point. The customer can be a repeat customer, they can be a new customer, and what all conversations you have had. Like, let's say, imagine there might be a scenario wherein you must have spoken to someone before COVID, okay, before the whole Corona scare, and that is way up in Jan or something. But because of the whole Corona thing, right now we are in October, and that lead is now lost. If you have a CRM, you can start off the conversation from where you have left, and you will know, because you must have noted it down over there. So you can just reach out to them and say, hey, we had connected at this point and we were having this conversation, but because of the whole COVID situation, there was a break. Apologies on my side, but now we are ready to understand how we can help you. So CRM helps you in these kind of informations, which you can keep a track on for your customers. Okay. The second part, which is important, is your website, which is your website should have pop-ups, sticky bars, gated content. These are all going to help you to get the information, okay, onto your marketing automation. And these are all going to be those triggers which we wanted. So imagine you go onto a website and you get a pop-up saying, uh, register now for an extra 25% off. Okay, or else you click on a video and on the video it says, if you want to see this video, please enter your details. Okay, so that you know when you are giving your email, you will be contacted by this particular company, because and that is gated content, right? Similarly, this third part to this whole chain is email. You need to have automated email set for relevant triggers. Now think of this, everything will connect back. Okay, CRM hai, CRM mein all the people who are your customers or prospects are there. If one of the prospects visits your website, clicks on a pop-up, you should know through your CRM they have clicked on this pop-up, and so there is a automated email which is going to them. So every trigger should have some action connected to it. So that's where your automated email comes in. Similarly, social media, you can, as I showed you, as I have shown you Hootsuite or Publer, you can use or you can simplify your life by publishing automatically, by publishing or scheduling your posts. Okay. Also repurposing your content. Also, so Hootsuite gives you an advantage. It gives you the whole freedom to even, socially listen and connect some other posts or share other posts also from their platform. Okay, so these are few things which you can do through these social media publishing platforms. The last thing which is required is a landing page, and these landing pages are basically campaign oriented pages for your service or solution. So any marketing automation would work across this landscape and much more. There can be WhatsApp also, there can be a text message also, it depends. But these are the typical things which your marketing automation needs to navigate through. So there are a few leading companies which you would see everywhere. HubSpot is there, Salesforce is there. MailChimp started off as email automation, but today it sits on marketing automation. If you see, through MailChimp, you can create landing pages, you can create websites, you can even publish on social media. Okay. So MailChimp has actually expanded their portfolio quite a bit. There is Infusionsoft. Zoho is an Indian company that provides this. Lead Squared, also an Indian company that provides this. Okay, so similarly, there are a few specific ones like Pipedrive is there. Pipedrive is only for sales automation mostly. But today, why exactly? What are these companies looking like, which I have listed down? Okay, so if you look at this particular image, this is HubSpot, and what HubSpot is doing, you can see on this side, HubSpot CRM is the first part. Then they have a marketing hub where they are saying you can grow traffic. Sales hub is there where you can connect with your leads and you can call them, chat with them and close deals. There is service hub. Service hub is basically where your customers, if they are not happy with your service, they will raise tickets so that you can resolve them. Okay. So this is how the entire, you can say, marketing automation space has grown today. So if you see Salesforce also, it was primarily only for sales earlier, but today if you put a HubSpot versus Salesforce, Salesforce is also offering all these things. Obviously, they come at a price, okay, but you can check these out, or you can also go in with now these are integrated solutions. You can also go in with uh, solutions which are specialized, like there is Unbounce. which we use for landing pages. Unbounce is a very good tool to use for landing pages and build landing pages in maybe few hours or so. Your customer data is, so if you are putting in any CRM, it is going to be shared with them, but there are rules and regulations around what they are going to be using it for. So they might connect with that customer, but only for that particular query. They will not use it for any other thing. That is how it is. So it's not totally private. It depends on how exactly you would be using it. Whereas when it comes to MailChimp and all, again, you will be uploading databases out there. So they cannot use that database as such. It is protected under a few acts and everything. But still, and Publer, you don't need to update any database as such. Publer Pay, you're just going to input your social media channels and content. So there's nothing to do with customer data out there. But CRM company, you are uploading your database, and that is what it is supposed to do. It is supposed to handle all that database, right? So yeah, coming back to this, marketing automation works across these all channels. And today, when you look at all these companies like HubSpot and Salesforce and MailChimp, you will see, so HubSpot and Salesforce are, one of the topmost companies out there, and they are expensive, and you will see a lot of things are similar. Earlier it was not. Similarly, there is something known as specialized solutions are there, like Pipedrive. Many people are using Pipedrive for sales. So people like to use it mostly because maybe of the cost or something. But still, the whole idea about this is you need to understand where exactly you are and what is the growth which you are trying to plan for. Like, say, for example, MailChimp is a great solution when it comes to email automation. So I would still recommend MailChimp at a certain level for some of your campaigns because it's so much easier to do things on MailChimp, let's say. Okay. Now, what are the essentials which you need for this? To be sure, one is obviously you need a web page and all those things, or a landing page. So this is where your website would come into play. You need to audit your website and push out these things. So few other things which I would show. One second. I just want to give you guys an insight on Unbounce. Like, you will understand why exactly it is. 1 second. You'll get a feel of this, key what exactly is happening in this particular, you can say, tool, and how fast it is to actually push things out there. So right now, there is one particular page, let's say. Okay. So we have this particular page out here. Now, this was created in Unbounce within a day. Okay, and it just has a simple form out here. And once the form comes in, we can actually start looking at that particular form key, what all data is being filled out there. I'll show you one more example. Let's see this one. So this is a campaign that we did. So this was the, you can say, Express Masterclass was the whole thing. There are a few panelists out here. Okay, and you could register for these panelists. You could just click on register now, and it would take you to the Zoom page wherein you can register for them. Okay. So out here, there was no lead which was getting registered, but you can see the conversion was just the click through. That is, people who are clicking and going across. So this is what I get, like 582 visitors visited us, out of which 154 people click through to the Zoom page. Okay. So these are simple campaigns which are out there. One second. Let me show you this one. Now, this particular campaign, if we go into leads, this actually got us leads. Okay. And these were leads who are basically either students or parents who are interested in sending their students on a trip across Singapore. So this in this particular campaign, what we did is we basically ran this ad through Google Ads, wherein through Google Ads people would come and visit our page. Let me see if I can show this. I think this page. One second, let me just preview it. Yeah. So this was the page. It is a long page. It has a video on top. So everything that needs to be done to get trust, like FAQs are involved. There is a form out here. There was also a pop-up form, like when if a person spends more than 10-15 seconds out here, there would be an automated pop-up which will come in asking them to register. Okay, and why would they register? Because they would get a I think a brochure for this particular program. So there is always that thing wherein what are you giving when you are asking for details. So over here, if you see, what we are doing is we have put in scarcity by asking them, by telling them that there are only 40 students who can come in. They can choose their boards and they can put in all these things. So once all this is filled, what used to happen was we used to get a lot of leads, and these leads we wanted to actually send it to the client. So these ads were run across India. So we ran these ads in, uh, you can say, Delhi, in South, and we ran it in Mumbai. So there were approximately 3 different areas where we were targeting, and we were getting these leads. Now to manage all this, it was very difficult to get all these things in one place and update it to the client. So what we did out here was we actually used a automation using Zapier. Okay, Zapier is something similar to IFTT. I'll just show you one database for this. And what Zapier used to do is if any student would fill up the form, immediately it will fill up one spreadsheet on the client side automatically. Okay, so that what the client's sales team were doing, they were just looking at the sheet, they were not looking at anything else. So there is this particular sheet which is there, and if you see, there are a lot of different tabs out here. Okay, so we wanted to give the right information. As I said, the idea was to run it in the south. So south may, if someone has downloaded that particular brochure, then their names would come here. South may, if someone has asked, he returned the call, okay, then they would get, their names would come over here automatically. Now how this happened through Zapier. Okay, let's look at Zapier. That's a interesting thing. Any one of you guys know what Zapier is? One second. Yeah, it's an automation tool, and basically it helps you to connect multiple things. Like it helps you to connect different sort of things. So if you see out here, this is the Future Sake South download program pop-up. Now, what we are seeing out here is, if you go to check this Zap out, it's as simple as, if there is a new entry in the form, okay, then create a spreadsheet row in Google Sheets. That's it. So these are two things which we connected, okay, across multiple points. So if you see out here, you can see there are a lot of these future sake things. So what used to happen is, as soon as someone filled up a form, that lead would go into my spreadsheet. Now, what is the time that it saves for me? It saves for me two, three things. It saves for me time in terms of, downloading the data, then uploading the data, and all that done manually takes some amount of time. Second thing, it also results in manual error. Now, this particular thing helps me to bifurcate it. If I do this intelligently, if one particular form is filled, automatically another tab is created, and automatically, let's say, another field is created wherein the data is saved. So if you see this South download program, this is only for the download part of it. This is for the West pop-up. Similarly, there is, if you see, West download program is there. So we are running ads across different channels and different areas, and that is how this particular thing helps us. Okay, so this again is marketing automation, which we can do to save our life and to make our life simpler. Okay, now again, what is required is something like Unbounce, wherein you can create this Unbounce. Why I would recommend it: you can create a landing page, you can integrate it easily using Zapier, and you can integrate with Zapier, you can integrate anything. Okay, Unbounce lead pages are both similar, Arpit. So I would not say one over another, but you would surely test out Unbounce, because I really recommend it because it's fast and it's easy to use and it's very stable. So in terms of essentials which we need to look at, you guys need to understand what is the service that you are offering and selling, and you need to have a welcome series of mail around it. Okay, now what is a welcome series of mail? A welcome series of mail is nothing else but a 5-step mailer program. Okay, 5-step auto emailer which introduces the client or the customer to your company. So first part would be something as simple as, the first email will be something as simple as, welcome to my company. We do this. That's it. Just a very plain introduction, and give them the assurity and information of the important contacts. Like, tell them about who do they contact when they want something, who can they contact when they are in trouble. Okay, so tell them about these kind of things, and they would appreciate it in the first mail. The second email can be more on the service which they have purchased, so you can help them onboard that particular thing. Okay, so if they have purchased something, as now the example which I have been giving in this particular webinar is about the wellness part. So if they have purchased something on immunity, you could also, because they have purchased the immunity pack, you could talk to them about the dosage. You could talk to them when should they take it. If they are not feeling well, then who should they contact? If they are feeling some kind of a side effect, then what should they do? So they will understand, albeit your medicine might not, or your supplement might not have a side effect, but just by writing those lines, they are going to get trust ki you care for them. Okay, and the idea is then connecting with your customer care in some way, shape, or form. So these are few things which you can have in your second email. The third email can be more about introducing other things to them about your service. So it can be, you had bought this, but we also have these things. Okay, it could be as simple as that. Now, this is all information. One other email could be just about the current situation in terms of the whole corona thing, and giving them general precautions like wearing a mask or sanitization and all these things, what they should be doing and why they should not be scared, maybe something good to uplift their moods or something. And the last email should be around offers, wherein you give them this particular thing. You've been a customer for so many days, and right now we want to acknowledge that. So we have come up with this special offer. If you want to replenish your supply or something, then we will be offering you a 25% discount. If you want to go in for any other of our products, we'll give you an additional 10% discount. Now, these are all based on your margins and everything. And once they do this, like every action, you have to always think marketing automation only works on one thing. What is the action your customer or lead will take? What are you going to do about it? So, what is the trigger? So, if you think your trigger is someone purchasing something, then a thank you mail should go. If the trigger is a complaint from them, then a mail should go about customer service and care. If the trigger is maybe someone clicking on an ad, then they should get maybe some kind of remarketing or something can be done around that. So the whole idea around this is, what is the action which your customer is taking and how do you correspond to it? If you have that, and there are the other ones are more natural or more you can say based on time bound, like if your event or your offer is ending on the 25th of this month, 24th को एक mail भेजो ही भेजो, which should be around, hi, last 24 hours to get this awesome offer. Okay, maybe you run a social media ad also at that time, the last 2 days to get your offer. So the idea is, you got a particular lead or a customer, around them you are now marketing all the activities, and you're automating all this marketing because you know where they are going to be, right? So this is the main idea of marketing automation that I want you guys to leave with today. Right now I'm open for questions. If you guys have any questions around this, I would be more than happy, because this has been more on the lines of talking about these things. But why it is so? Because I want this idea to go very clearly. The marketing automation is not about email marketing, because everyone thinks it's email marketing. The second thing is, it has certain cost and certain efforts which it is required. So the main basic thing which I can recommend to anyone is sign up for MailChimp, because MailChimp offers you free marketing automation for at least 2000 contacts, which is great. Second thing, you can sign up for HubSpot. You can use their CRM for free. Okay, their CRM is free. Second thing, they have chatbot, which is also part of marketing automation. Again, if you think of it. So if you have a page, if you go on a particular page, so let's say I go onto my website. Okay. So this is a pop-up which came in out here. Okay, and if I click on register now, it will take me to the Zoom page. This is again marketing automation, right? When I come over here, there is a pop-up, or there is a link over here which is saying interested in lead generation online. I can click here. I can click out here, which is talking about get a free assessment. Okay, so these are all triggers which have been kept out there. So as I'm coming here, okay, now it has automatically, if you see, based on the cookie information, it has automatically filled my form. Okay, and get your free consultancy. So the moment I do that, I will get an email, and I will get something which will tell me ki, okay, my call has been fixed and all those things have been done. If you see out here also, again, automatically my name has been filled. This is again happening because of cookies. So this is right now, the marketing automation has been set up in such a way that it makes it simpler for people to fill up their services or their names, right? Similarly, if you see out here on top, there is a sticky bar. So if I fill this in, there will be something connected to this. If I click on webinar, I go there. Okay, and these are all the webinars that you guys have been attending so far. Okay, so you could just go into singularity.in/webinars and you can see past recordings. Now, when you click on any one of them, okay, when you click on play, it will ask you for your name and all, because these are all ways. This is gated content we want to share with, we want to know who is looking at our webinars, right? So this is the whole idea in terms of how your website can be, made in such a way that it shows up in the right way. If I go to, let's say, a blog, so this is a blog right now. Here there is nothing. This was also set up. I will, maybe that setup is not working at this moment, but basically what was happening is there was a whole video marketing campaign that we were pushing. So there was a video marketing pop-up which would come in, right? So these are few basic things which can be done. Now, when it comes to something like HubSpot, so if you go there, the HubSpot chatbot is also free. So if you want, like if you see out here, this guy, this guy is free to install on your website. So you could actually create something like this so that your customers are engaged and they are talking. Okay. There is another chatbot which I would show, or conversational tool, which is called Drift. So I really like this product, Drift. Now, one of the things which they have done on their side, which is very intelligent, right, is they have asked for your email ID. So if you see, the chatbot has come in over here, okay, and if I click on this, it's like, okay, do you have any questions? Okay, I have a question. Now it's saying, okay, let me see. So they are only giving me all the questions so that I don't need to type, and that's the thing. And they are even understanding who I am as the customer. So what is Drift? Let's say the most basic question. So they have told me all this. You bet. So what he has done is, it can give you a better overview of how your company could use Drift. And would you be interested in reading our conversational marketing blueprint? What is your email? So intelligent way to get my email, and this is happening automatically. Another thing which is which I really like is, they tell you, see Drift on your site. So the moment you fill this in, right? I have filled this in. So this guy comes in again and he's chatting with me. What URL? So I give him the URL, let's say singularity.in. Okay. And he gives me a link to show Drift on my website. So this is what singularity.in would look with a Drift bot. Now, the way they have said this, or the way they are showing this, they have sold me the product, because they are already showing me this on my website. Okay, let's just wait for this. Yeah, yeah. So they are trying to load this. For some reason, it's not getting loaded properly right now. But yeah, so you guys get the idea. Like, they show you the website, they show you, okay, this is what Driftbot will look like out there. And I'm like, okay, understood. Makes sense. So this is, again, this is an advanced level of marketing automation which requires development, custom development, but it utilizes a chatbot in the same thing. Okay. So I'm open to questions, guys. If you guys have questions, please feel free to ask me. 1 second. Amol, hi, Amol. You want to ask something? So if you guys, anyone of you wants to ask something, then you can even raise your hand and we could have a word about this. So what kind of websites, how many of you guys have websites, your own websites out there? And do any of you guys use any tools like Hootsuite or Zapier or anything? Arpit said he uses Lead Pages. Arpit is using Zapier. Arpit, what do you use Zapier for? Arpit, if it's okay, we can talk about this. That would be faster, I guess. Hello? Hey, Arpit. Arpit, hi. Okay, not a problem. So, guys, anyone else who is up for a conversation with regards to marketing automation or anything to do with marketing at all? Arpit, I can't hear you, I think. John Raj. Hey, John.
Good afternoon, Jaljit.
Hey, hey, yeah.
See, just I wanted to understand the three core areas to be considered when starting the marketing automation.
Okay. So, in terms of core areas, I would say one is certainly your website. Like your website should have the right kind of pop-ups. It should have the right kind of chatbots, at every page. The second part would be your email. So emails and everything are connected to your customer journey. So if you know who your customers are, what are they coming to you for, then you could automate few emails and keep for them. And the third part would be you can use it for reporting, I would say, because reporting is it takes a lot of effort and which is like not needed. Like manually putting in that much amount of effort is not a good idea. Second thing, it takes a lot. Like there are a lot of errors which I have seen over the years when manual reporting takes place. So these are three core areas which I would say you should be using marketing automation for. And the whole intention behind these three areas should be to reduce your sales cycle.
Reduce the
To reduce your sales cycle. Basically, the
okay.
idea is when you talk to your customers more often, and when you talk to keep in touch with people more often, they are more likely to buy from you. So, in a very simple way. This is like your connection with them. When you are actively not going to be getting on a call with them, then it's done through email. It's done through maybe a message. So these are three core areas which I would ask anyone to focus on.
Here, just I want to add on it, just to wrap it up. In terms of like you're talking about emailing, now people want to do instant messaging or quick messaging. So people prefer SMS or WhatsApp. So what do you suggest in that area?
See, WhatsApp is certainly possible. WhatsApp is a good medium now, but WhatsApp has some issues in terms of integrating with apps. Like the WhatsApp API is not available for anyone and everyone to start automatically working um, with working with them. So what I would recommend is if you find a good tool for WhatsApp, test it first, okay? Because I have seen a lot of people getting their numbers blocked on WhatsApp because of excessive messaging. So although we personally use it, but we use it l- kind of in a semi-automatic and manual way. Like we automate it maybe through Zapier or something, okay? But we do not, you can say, completely rely on entire automation on WhatsApp as of now. Even though we have built a tool which actually allows you to send bulk messages also on WhatsApp, but due to restrictions on the API, we have not been able to go live with that.
Okay, you have that solution also.
Yeah, we have made that solution, but there are certain restrictions in the Indian market because of which we are not able to integrate. The API has been only given to few companies out there in India. So we have got the API, but still we are not 100% confident about that till now.
On bulk, what is the maximum you can have it?
So okay, let me expand on this. Now the problem with WhatsApp is the way WhatsApp messaging guidelines are. The WhatsApp messaging guidelines states that if you are sending a message to someone, then your number should be stored with them on their you can say phone. The second part is they should also give you the permission to message to them. So if you see, the right way to do this would be you giving a web link on your email or maybe your website, which is like connect with us on WhatsApp. When a person clicks on that, they will be asked, do you give permission to so and so company to connect with you on WhatsApp? When they click on yes, that's the moment a message goes from our side, okay, wherein they have to store that number and then the messaging can start. So this itself is a journey if you think of it. Like this itself is like 4 5 clicks, and not many people go through this journey. So unless it is
Voice is
from a
cracking. Voice is cracking.
yeah, hello, hello, John, I cannot hear you actually.
Hello.
Hello, yeah, you can hear me now. Hello,
Yes, yes, I can hear.
yeah. So as I was saying, the journey itself for getting someone to store your number on WhatsApp is like 4 to 5 clicks long, and they have to. So the journey also begins on the website; it ends on the mobile. So if someone is browsing the website on their desktop or laptop, and then they come on the mobile, they find it very inconvenient. So that's where the hassle is. But I would still say create a business account for WhatsApp, maintain that, and in due time I am sure we will be able to actually connect with a lot more people. But right now, organically, if you go on WhatsApp, that would be a better strategy. Hello.
Voice is cracking in between, sir.
Yeah, guys, you can hear me clearly, or is there issue in the audio? Hello. Hey, John. Hi. Actually, John, I think the problem is from your side, I guess.
I think can we take it offline? Please share the
Yeah,
number.
yeah.
Unfortunately, I also joined late because of the Wi-Fi issue.
No problem. No problem. We'll connect
There are
offline.
a couple of things I would like to discuss with you. Can you take it offline?
Yeah, yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Okay. Thanks a
Just
lot. Yeah. So, guys, as for WhatsApp, what I was trying to tell John about is कि organically, if you grow on WhatsApp today, that's a much better strategy. But also, you can keep a button on your website if you are interested, and there are these simple, you can say WhatsApp uh, plugins available on WordPress also, which you can just install and get WhatsApp working out there. Okay, so you could use those things and that could help you. The second, okay, so that's about WhatsApp. But yeah, WhatsApp works. Complete automation is not recommended as of now on WhatsApp, is what I was trying to get the point across. Okay, so guys, if we are, so yeah, so right now I'm more or less done with this part, which is I guess this is more of part one in terms of marketing automation, wherein I wanted to talk to you guys about the idea of marketing automation and what it is and what it is not. The second part to this journey, I will be taking a presentation which will be more live, wherein I will be actually implementing marketing automation. Okay, so we will announce that particular webinar soon so that you guys could join that also. Other than this, right. So as of now, for this session, we are done for today. Thanks a lot for being here. Okay. If you guys want to connect with me, you could connect with me on Insta, Jeet Ajani, LinkedIn, Jaljeet Ajani, and email jeet@synclarity.in. Okay. You guys could take a screenshot right now if you want. Next time, that is next Saturday, we are having our session wherein we are going to be talking about productivity, how to get work done 2x of what you are doing right now. Okay, so this again, this will be a topic where I will be showing you more practical things of how you can actually do more than what you are doing right now. Okay, so let's connect next time. On the links will be sent across on email as well as it will be sent across on social media for these particular sessions. So guys, thanks a lot for today and have a great weekend. Hope to see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.